Hi, guys. Jeremy Hansen here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to transform your life. Now, I'm not claiming to be anybody's guru or, pathfinder to show you the way. In fact, I'm still kind of working on things myself, but it's been a lifelong process of bettering myself and little by little getting closer and closer and figuring it out. But it wasn't until probably 2, 3 years ago that I had my moment, and everyone gets to that point. They everyone has that moment in their life, and that was the moment when I finally snapped. Snap to me, a bit of an acronym, and what it means is seek nobody's approval and proceed. And by proceed, I mean you need to proceed to succeed. Now, my moment, there's a lot that built up to this moment. I had spent a lot of my life, well, I guess I'll just start from my 20s on, where I guess you could say that in the process of finding myself and trying to be popular, I became everybody's doormat. Um, I went out of my way to do anything and everything, seeking people's approval, not wanting to upset them by saying that I was too busy working on me. Because somehow I had been led to believe that that was selfish in a way. But in our reality, working on yourself, bettering yourself, is in no way selfish, because by bettering yourself, you're putting yourself in a better position to help better others. So, say back in about 2016, I was at the tail end of a very abusive relationship, a very toxic element in my life. I had spent 7 years being hit every time she would get drunk, and just life wasn't going her way. And so, I'd get hit in private, I'd get hit in front of our daughter. That I only allowed once, um, because I have done everything possible to shield her from that. But when the violence wasn't enough, she decided to take it a step further and began cheating on me indiscriminately and telling me that she didn't care how it made me feel. It was just her way of life, her identity. And she had a clear conscience, and there was nothing wrong with what she was doing. Well, things came to a head, and we got divorced. And the custody battle was, well, it was kind of hectic. It was kind of hell. Um, and I kept just stuffing it down and stuffing it down and not telling people what they really deserve to hear. um, Not telling them the truth, because nobody can handle the damn truth anymore. Channeling a little De Niro there, I guess. Um, but nevertheless, that being said, that was all kind of my point when I finally snapped, and I said enough is enough, and I started really analyzing my life and diving more into reading every book I could on how to succeed and watching every video I could on how to succeed, how to be better. And the conclusion I finally came down to is that, well, one, I guess I could say you have to find your path or your passion in life, and you have to find your drive. But more truthfully put, you have to identify that, because it's always there. You know what it is. It's those things that you absolutely love doing. For me, it's writing, it's singing, it's I love business. Um, I love being able to find a product that people really need and put it in their hands for a price that they can be happy with. To see that smile on their face, whether it's an impulse buy or a needed buy, that they finally got that tangible item in their hand and they can enjoy it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with the retail business that I'm working on, and that retail business will then grow further and further and give way to more business being real estate, um, as well as making me money that I can then put towards my passion of writing and music, uh, in the off times when I'm not running the retail business or running the real estate business. So I do all of this because in the end, yes, I want to better my life, but I want to better my daughter's life. I don't want her to have to struggle like I did, especially when I know I have the ability to make her life better. So I identified my path and my passion, and I identified my drive, my daughter. At that point, I understood that all I truly had to do from that point, with those main key focuses in mind, is that I just had to move forward and let absolutely nothing hold me back. And that is what you need to do. Once you've had that snap, once you've had that point where enough is enough, identify your path or your passion, identify what drives you, whether it's your partner, your daughter, that Caribbean vacation, whatever it is, whether it's a big goal or a tiny goal, identify it. And then move forward and never let anything hold you back. Kick all the toxic elements, the toxic people out of your lives, because if they're not standing by you, supporting you morally, financially, if they can, but the big thing is that if they're not standing by you, they're not there for you. And so cut them loose, because all they're doing is holding you back. If the only times they're there is during the good times when you're out drinking with the buddies, but they're not willing to drop everything to help you move a couch on the weekend, they're not there for you. So I hope this has helped some of you in a way. I will be hopping back on periodically to kind of give updates on how the business is going and how I'm progressing, how I'm growing, to try to give as much inspiration as I can. I want to thank you for listening. I think this might be FedEx showing up with one of my shipments. So anyways, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And remember, keep moving forward. Don't stop. Don't let anyone hold you back.